Hi guys, welcome. Welcome to Prelims Affairs, where we discuss issues from prelims perspective. Today the issue is Indian Ocean. As you know, Indian Ocean is geostrategically very important. However, in news has been the islands within the Indian Ocean. If you take Maldives, it has been in news. If you take Socotra, the island of Yemen, it has been in news. If you take Agalega Islands, that is the islands of Mauritius, it has been in news. Okay, if you take Diego Garcia, that is an island that is British Indian Ocean territory, which is now being given as a military base to America, that has been in news because it has been claimed by Chagos. So the islands of Indian Ocean have been in news, hence you should have a very good spatial understanding of the islands within Indian Ocean. Now if you look at Indian Ocean, broadly you have very important straits of Indian Ocean. You have the Strait of Hormuz, you have the Strait of Bab el-Mandeb, you have the Strait of Malacca, and then you have the Sunda Strait. Outside this, you have big island archipelagos like Indonesia, you have Andaman and Nicobar Islands, you have Lakshadweep Islands, you have Sri Lanka, you have Madagascar. Outside this very broad islands, you have some smaller islands that are very important from your prelims perspective. So today, let us discuss those islands. Now, first we will look at the Western Indian Ocean. Most of these islands that are making news are part of this Western Indian Ocean. So I will tell you the islands from north to south. Look at these islands. Okay, since we are done Lakshadweep as a separate topic, I am going to skip the Lakshadweep and start from below Lakshadweep. So please make sure that you look at these islands properly. The one is, I will go from north to south, so let's look at Socotra. This Socotra Islands belongs to Yemen. The next is the Maldives. The Maldives are very close to Lakshadweep. Okay, there is an 8-degree channel. Okay, this 8-degree channel separates Lakshadweep from Maldives. Okay, Maldives is in news because of the pro-China and anti-India stance that the government has taken. Hence, you should have a good understanding of this spatial sense. So you have Socotra, you have Maldives, then you have Seychelles, then you have Chagos Archipelago, and within the Chagos Archipelago is Diego Garcia, which is currently a base of USA and it's a territory of Britain. Then you have Comoros, which is a part of Indian Ocean Rim Association, IORA. Then you have very famous Zanzibar and Mafia Islands, which is very famous for cloves. Then you have the Agalega Islands, which is part of Mauritius. The next you have Mauritius. The next you have Reunion. Okay, so again I'll repeat from north to south. You have Socotra, you have Maldives, then you have Chagos. Within that you have Diego Garcia. Then you have Comoros. Then you have Zanzibar, Mafia Islands, then you have Agalega and Mauritius Islands, and then you have Reunion Islands. Make sure that you develop a proper understanding of them from north to south. Next, some information or story so that you can recollect these islands properly. If you look at Socotra, remember that Indian Navy had rescued a lot of people from this island when they were struck due to tropical cyclones. That operation was known as Operation Nistar. Okay, hence Socotra was in news. The next is Maldives. As you know, Maldives, because of the anti-India stance, it has been in news. Well, that is why India is now looking into two alternatives. One is Lakshadweep, another is Agalega Islands. Alright, Lakshadweep from tourism perspective, Agalega Islands from geopolitical as well as geostrategic perspective. Okay, so Maldives. The next is Seychelles. Seychelles, India already has a base, a naval base in Assumption Island. Please don't forget. The next is Chagos Archipelago. In this you have Diego Garcia, which is a base of United States of America, and the Diego Garcia is an island that is in conflict between Britain as well as Chagos. Okay, so this Diego Garcia belongs to, or it is claimed by the Britain. It is called BIOT, that is British Indian Ocean Territory. The next is you have Comoros. As I told you, it comes between Mozambique and Madagascar, and it is part of Indian Ocean Rim Association. The next is you have Zanzibar and Mafia Islands. These two islands are off the coast of Tanzania and they are very famous for cloves and spices. In fact, they call it as the spice islands of the world. The next you have Agalega Islands. The reason why it is in news is just 2 days or 3 days before, India has established diplomacy with Mauritius and has agreed to develop seaports as well as airports in Agalega Islands, which is part of Mauritius. The next is Mauritius Islands, which Agalega is also part of Mauritius. Then comes the Mauritius main islands. The last is the Reunion Islands. Reunion Island belongs to France. So in Indian Ocean, you have United States of America, you have France, you have Britain, you have all these nations along with China trying to spread its influence in Maldives. Hence, geostrategically, this Indian Ocean is a very, very important place. Okay, so here amongst all these islands, you should know which are volcanic islands and which are coral islands. Here, if you look at Socotra, it's a volcanic island. Maldives is a coral island. Seychelles is a coral island. Chagos with Diego Garcia is corals. The Comoros is a volcanic island. Zanzibar and Mafia are volcanic islands. Agalega and Mauritius is coral islands. And Reunion is a volcanic island. Okay, so I hope you understood the important islands of the Western Indian Ocean. The Eastern Indian Ocean as mainly the Indonesian group of islands that are very large. Apart from that, you have few smaller important islands. As you know, one is Andaman and Nicobar of India. The next is you have Phuket Island of Thailand. The next is Sabang Island of Indonesia. Here again, India has helped get support to establish a type of seaport there. The next is Cocos Island of Australia. These are some of the important islands in the Eastern Indian Ocean. Again, be very sure these islands are very much in use, so there can be very high probability of a question to be asked in the exam. So I hope it was helpful. I'll see you again, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.